Hello and welcome to the live stream. We've got a train here. It's a CP-KC stack train as far as I believe. It's got a KCS DPU. And here we are, we're gonna hit record. Wasn't that awesome, you guys? Don't you just love an SD70 Ace? Give me a thumbs up if you like it. That was a good catch. DP all right. You got that indeed. Someone said I look like a goat. Is it my looks or is it where I am? So, yeah. It's a nice morning. Someone said it looks warm here. It's 5 degrees right now, 5 degrees Celsius. And we are on the CPKC Thompson subdivision. Right across, you have the CN Ashcroft subdivision. And this is a great spot. But as you can see, it's all burnt down. There was a lot of fires here, or there was a fire back in 2021, I believe. If I'm wrong, someone can correct me. I was working my way down here to walk here, and there's a lot of burnt trees, a lot of trees laying down. So it sure looks different here than how it ever used to look. But one bonus is, you know, there was a lot of trees here, and you can actually get a different angle now. So I gotta read what you guys are saying. Well, I appreciate the subscribe. I appreciate everyone watching. So yeah, the burnt down trees is sad, but it actually gives you more opportunity to see different angles, and it'll grow back. No, I did not hear about the Surrey derailment, but I heard about a derailment in White Rock, or no, sorry, not White Rock, Mud Bay. So that would be the BNSF New Westminster line running towards the US. I did hear about that derailment. I think it was a coal train. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I have a few friends that told me about it, so I think that's what it was. And yeah, so this is the second train I've caught this morning. I'm pretty sure there's quite a few more. I know there's a coal train coming, which nobody likes. And if any of you seen that short that I posted about a few days ago, people were making fun of the locomotive and saying it needs a bath. So I definitely agree on that. It was a dirty one. Scuzzy Falls yet? No, you're gonna have to give me some pointers where that is. I don't know where that is. Maybe I've been there or been around it, but I'm not sure about that. I've never been. What mountain is this? I don't even know. All I know is we're in the Thompson Canyon. We're not far from Linton, British Columbia. I know there's a name for these mountains, but I'm really not sure what it is. But we're near Skihist Provincial Park. And these mountains sure look nice when the sun's shining on them. And yeah, it's been a very mild winter this year. I think it snowed here once back in December around Christmas time. And since then, it's just been not too cold, not too warm. So it's been a nice year. And yeah, we're just waiting for another train now. Trying to figure out where I put my scanner. There it is. So the scanner is silent. I appreciate that. Thank you for following my channel. You know, I post every Saturday and Sunday, and I post shorts every day. And my shorts are remixed videos of what I've already posted. So if you ever watch my shorts, you can always watch the full video by clicking on the link below in the short. Yeah, I heard Ontario has a lot of snow, and it's very cold there. I'm not gonna lie, I sure love snow. I'd much rather be snowing here right now, but at the same time, this is very nice. And the CN line over there hasn't had any trains go by yet. Been here for about 45 minutes. Got 2 eastbounds so far. And I know there's more. I seen a stack train parked, and it was probably gonna start going. I seen a green light. And there was a coal train. I think there was another grain train. So should see another one fairly soon here. And yeah, today is a beautiful day. We got blue sky, a little bit of cloud coverage. Yeah, it looks nice. The clouds look pretty cool. You can hear the birds chirping. It's a nice sunny morning. The birds are happy. Why is the CN line always so dead? Whenever I'm up there, there's always one coal train. Yeah, coal trains are pretty popular. Why the CN line's dead? They do a lot of maintenance out here. It's a single line It's not double track, so there's a lot of maintenance that goes on. Personally, I find in the morning it's busier, so right now it should be packed. But I think most of the trains ran through here overnight, because on the way out here, I seen probably like 6 westbounds. And I want to tell you a secret about this line. So if you're recording on the CP Cascade subdivision, there's a lot of times where if you go in the morning, you won't see anything. And the reason why is because most trains on this line run at night. And if you come out further east out here, you'll see most of the early morning action out here more in the afternoon. So what I found is when you come out here in the morning, there's actually quite a few trains on this line. And reason why is because they run during the dark. And why they run during the dark? It's actually because the maintenance of way usually work here in the daytime, in the daylight. Sean asked me if I've seen any wildlife. No, I haven't yet. Although last night I had a really weird dream of a bear. And it was running, and I fed it a carrot. Isn't that a weird dream? I've been having a lot of cool dreams. But yeah, no wildlife here yet. Haven't seen anything. Just the birds flying around. That's about it. Yeah, isn't that a weird dream, Sean? Like the bear was running really scared. And I remember like driving towards the bear. And I just tossed a carrot at him thinking, you know, eventually he'll find the carrot and eat the carrot. But yeah, it's weird when you have dreams like that, isn't it? So we got 14 people in here. If you haven't, 16 now. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. I really appreciate you guys being here. We're having a good day here. Thought I'd go live. You know, I got lots of battery power, and it's a cool place. Brad asks me, have I seen any train hoppers riding while recording? And a matter of fact, yes, I have. And it was about probably 20 minutes that way on the CN line. And there was 2 guys on a well car, which is a well car is the train car that holds intermodal cars, and it was empty. So it was a flat well car. Both guys were inside standing there. And the weirdest part is when I recorded the train, I never seen the guys riding in the train. And even I never seen it in person. I never seen it in the video when I posted. And about 5 months after I posted the video, someone actually told me that's like at a certain point in the video, check it out, there's 2 guys riding on the train. So I looked, I didn't see it. And next thing you know, I looked again and I saw them. They were riding right on the train. And I couldn't believe I never seen that in person. Isn't that funny? So a while back after I posted, that's when I noticed or seen after someone told me about it. So I bet you there's been so many times I'm filming trains and there's lots of guys on the train. I don't doubt it. And there's actually a guy that subscribed to me. I don't remember exactly where he's from, but he posts lots of videos riding on trains, and he said this is one of the best routes to ride on. It's beautiful here. Lots of scenery, waterfalls, mountains. So there's probably a lot of people that I film on trains and I just don't notice because, you know, there's so many train cars. You look away for 1 sec and you might miss them. So yeah, it's interesting how that works. Look at the sky here. Isn't that cool? The pattern. The clouds look really nice. I was hoping that the sun would stay out for a while because we got a really nice lit shot here. Hey man, how's it going? Yeah, we caught 1 train already in the live stream. It was a CP stack train. And where are we? We are close to Linton, or Ski Hiss Provincial Park. And this is the area where it burnt down back in 2021, I believe. So there's a lot of trees that are knocked over and all burnt. But it's still a beautiful area. And yeah, I think there's another grain train and a coal train coming. I know there's a double stack coming. We're just along the CPKC. See, I almost forget to say it every time. CPKC Thompson subdivision. And this is the eastbound line. They go that way. And we got CN westbounds on the other side. So far, no CN. which is all right because, you know, nowadays I feel like CN is kind of boring compared to CP. Because on CP you see KCS, SD70 Aces, you see all sorts of cool stuff, and more variety I feel like. And they got the rebuilds. They just bought through Progress Rail. They got, someone could correct me here, but I think it's like 70 or 80 Tier 4 SD70 Aces. So that's going to be cool to see. Live camera and mission. What camera is that? Is someone live streaming or something? Sorry guys, I'm just answering someone in the comments here. If you want to make a comment, any questions, go ahead. I'm trying to read most of them, but at the same time, there's a lot to look at here. We got 22 people in the chat or the live stream. Thank you so much, everybody. If you haven't hit like or subscribe, please subscribe or like or hit the bell notification. That'd be great. If you guys want to see anything, or just let me know. I can walk around here while we're waiting for the train. Oh, birds cam, he says. Oh yeah, tons. Yeah, in the yards you got lots of EMD, lots of stuff like that. But technically, this is my, well, not technically, that's the wrong word to say, but this is my favorite place to be, or right in the canyon. You got the best scenery, you got nature, you got cool looking sky. Look at those clouds, isn't that neat? Like that's art there. Beautiful. Like I'm just only looking on my camera. I haven't even looked in person. Let's see. Oh, the sun is so bright. Kind of can't see anymore. There's the CP Cascades. Yeah, you can see. Yeah, you're right. You're right about that on the yard. Sean asks, do we see Norfolk Southern trains here? I have a few times, but not recently. Ever since CP bought out KCS, they have so much power now. They don't really lease power, but before they did that, there was a lot of Union Pacific, BNSF mostly, and nowadays all you see is CP, CPKC repaints, or KCS, and through CN I've seen a lot of like leased power, or I think they own the power, but now they just haven't painted yet. The Progress Rail, the yellow Tier 4 SD70 Aces. They've been around for a while. Yeah. Yeah, I've seen CSX as well. You're right about that. Haven't seen it in a long time though, since CP became CPKC. And I remember it being a tongue twister whenever I'd say that. CPKC, you know, it doesn't really sound that smooth when you say it. You know, Canadian Pacific, Kansas City. But their new paint scheme looks really good. I like it. A lot of people didn't like it at first, but when they pair up two locomotives together and have one forwards, one backwards, the paint scheme really lines up nice. So I've noticed on the double stacks, they have all the repaints, the newer rebuilds, or the new Tier 4 Givos. And the one coming, I know there's another stack coming. It might have a bunch of repaints on it, or newer Tier 4s. So that'd be cool to see in the sun here. But yeah, scanner hasn't gone off in a while, so not sure. The Edson subdivision. Yeah, no, that's one of my favorite memories in my life, because that's where I started rail fanning, was in Alberta on the CN Edson subdivision. And I'd like to go around Gainford, Entwistle. You got a lot of horn action there. And I haven't been there in a long time, but now it's mostly double tracked, so it's a lot different than when I remember. And someone asked a question here. This river is sorry, I almost said CP. This is the Thompson River. So, one sec. I don't know what I pressed in the scanner. Accidentally pressed something here. 9. Where's 9? I can't see it. It's so worn out. But yeah, just behind me here at Linton, British Columbia, is where the Fraser meets the Thompson River. Here is the Thompson River that we're at here. It's a really nice spot. You have the same scanner, yeah. That's good. It's a good, the Linton BC75 XLT, am I right? Let's see. BC75, yep, I was right. So I've had this for a long time. I hit 9 by accident. That's like a, I don't know what channel that would be on. There we go. Whoops. It's hard to do this one-handed. Okay, let's see. Oh, I'm hitting the wrong button here. 9's down there. So right now, on my scanner, this is how we listen to railroad frequencies. If anyone doesn't know, that's watching this live stream. I can't talk back, of course, because that's illegal. But I can listen and I can scan railroad frequencies. So I'm listening to Bank 1 has all the CN channels. Bank 2 has the CP channels. So if I want, I can always click 1. Whoops, here. Hang on. I can hit 1, and now we're just listening to CP. So it's nice to have it organized here so you can actually choose what you're listening to. Because right now, we got CP on this side and we got CN on the other side. So if you listen to both frequencies, you might get confused of what's coming. But if you hear this go off on 161, 415, their main channel the trains use, you'll know something's coming. Either that or you'll hear a maintenance guy getting on the tracks with the TOP, track occupancy patent. Can't remember if I'm right there. So when the crews do a TOP, they do it on the computer now in their truck. Back when I was on the CNETs and stuff, they would actually call an RTC and get a track block, and you would hear it going on, and you would know if they're going to be working on the tracks or not. So now the way it is trains, or sorry, the maintenance away, MOW, maintenance away, they do it through the computer. So you never know. They could set up a track block right now, and I would have no idea. So that's kind of more tricky. Someone asked me, I seen a question about Vancouver. Can you repeat that, put that again? Because I didn't really quite see what you said. I'm gonna change it. You guys are probably tired of looking at my face. So, we got 35 people here. Thank you for watching. Appreciate everyone here. We got a good live stream going. Yeah, Fort Langley. Someone says about Fort Langley. That's a great spot. Vancouver, Via Rail. I've never been on the Via Rail on this route. And the unfortunate part is in the winter, the Via Rail leaves Hope around 5 or 6 p.m. Oh, Sean, here we go. He asked, how close are you from Vancouver? So I'm about it's probably 3 hours away, because from where I am, it's about 2 hours, and then it's an hour to Vancouver from there. So I'd say we're 3 hours or a little bit, 3 hours and change from Vancouver. And I'm happy to stay far away from Vancouver because, to be honest, Vancouver is beautiful and a great city, but there's a lot of homeless people there. There's a lot of, interesting stuff going on there. It's a beautiful city, but I like it out here. It's a lot more beautiful out in the Thompson Canyon. It's peaceful, it's quiet, you got nature. And yeah, the river down here, you can't hardly see it, but it's just down here. It's flowing this way towards Vancouver. It's the Thompson River. And yeah, let's hope a train comes by soon. Just waiting a little bit here. For a live stream, I've always wanted to get like a tripod that hooks on here, comes out this way, and you can just set up the phone here so I can make it easier on myself, but that's all right. It's fun doing this, holding the phone. Yeah, Toronto has a lot of homeless people too. I know everywhere in the world does, but if you go to Vancouver, go down Hastings Street or east, like the older side, the east side, I know a lot of people say that they're basically walking zombies. There's so much drugs going on in Canada. The government is okay for them doing it. You can go get your drugs tested, even though they're illegal, and you can still do it. And there's a lot of things that the government, I think, is testing on Canadians. They make it sound harmless, but what you're doing is you're ruining your life. So stay away from drugs. Drugs aren't going to help you. You may think they will, but they won't. And this to me is a drug. Just being here trackside. It's really nice here. Yeah, Canmore, Alberta. Yeah, I think that's in Alberta. That's a really nice spot to watch trains. Lots of trains there. I remember staying in a hotel that was trackside there, and there was train after train after train. I couldn't even sleep in the hotel. The hotel was just vibrating and bouncing from trains. So overnight, like I said earlier in this, yeah, Canmore Inn and Suites. I think that's the one I was in too. It's like we're literally right beside the tracks. If you stay at that hotel at night, you'll hear a lot of trains going by. And that's a great spot. I remember actually I set up my camera, I plugged it into the wall to power it, and I made like a 7-hour video, and I think I caught like 20 or 30 trains that night. So it's pretty wild. But yeah, trains in Canmore, they're very busy there. Because you're not too close to any yards. Oh, you hear that, guys? So the scanner just went off. I'm on the CP channel. I think we have a train coming. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When I stayed in Canmore, I stayed up all night watching trains. It's like, I don't know what it is about trains, but it's an obsession. Like, you could sit here all day and see the same thing, but it's exciting. Like, you never know what's gonna come next, right? Like, we just heard the scanner go off. There could be something cool leading. There could be a veteran unit, heritage unit. There could be all sorts of stuff you might see. And it's all the thrill of waiting for whatever is going to show up. So I think that's the best part about rail fanning. If someone tells you like what's coming and what's scheduled or what's on route, it's not as fun because then you know what's coming. But this way, it's the thrill of waiting for what's going to show up. Yeah, exactly. So now we just wait to hear the rumble. Yes, cabooses. Sean says they should bring back the caboose. Well, the thing about caboose is it was replaced with DPUs, distributed power units. And nowadays, DPUs are being replaced by those air cars. I forget what they're called now. But yeah, I sure like seeing a DPU, especially if they're facing a good direction on the back of the train, because it's like almost, you can get a good shot as if it's facing you, and that can really help the video if it's a boring leader. You can make that a thumbnail of your video on YouTube. Yeah, box cars. They're like an air on the run or something. CN introduced them. They're the orange box cars. They replaced DPUs. They normally use them in Alberta in the colder, or on the other side of Canada in the colder climates. But if you look it up on Google, like, I don't know if it's air on the run. I think I'm wrong. But it's something to do with the air supply, because the DPU basically provides air to the back of the train in colder temperatures, because in colder temperatures the air can leak a lot easier with the air fittings and stuff. And yeah, you don't see them out here too often unless it's pretty cold. But there's a little information for you guys to learn. I think most rail fans know that. We got 43 people here. Thank you so much, guys. We're having a great day here. We're live. The sun's shining in my eyes. It's pretty bright. Well, thanks, Trevor. Trev Smith, 98. Thank you. Appreciate your comment. Someone was mentioning cabooses earlier. I was going to mention my son loves cabooses. It's like his favorite thing to see when he sees an old caboose sitting there. Probably because on all the kids' train shows, they show a caboose, and it's exciting to watch. But nowadays, you won't see a caboose unless it's a work train. You might see a caboose. Yeah. It's funny. I see a weird hair sticking up. I think it's an illusion of the sun. So look at this homemade job here. Got some tape. I think it's time for a new antenna, but it still does the trick. And if I don't hear them coming, You just got to be patient, be set up. Yes, Quincy Jordan, if I pronounce that right. The Via Rail does run here. It probably goes through this spot at night. Well, I know it does because it goes through Hope, British Columbia, which is about an hour and a half from here, or maybe, yeah, an hour and a half. And it goes through there about 5 or 6 p.m. and it gets darker at 5 p.m., 5:30. So yeah, it runs here at night, but in the summer, this is all lit up till 9 or 10. So it's best to take your Via Rail trip in the summer here because you see all this beautiful scenery in the daylight. I know the westbounds, they come at a better time in the afternoon. But yeah, eastbounds, they're mostly in the dark here for Via Rail. If you guys want to travel Via Rail. In the Thompson Canyon towards Vancouver or heading towards Kamloops. So we're at mile 91. I just looked over there. There's the milepost. Yeah, that's cool. I honestly don't remember what days Via Rail runs here. I think it's Sundays and Tuesdays, but I could be wrong. The Rocky Mountaineer, it starts, I think, April or May. And it's a lot better timed out for the Rocky Mountaineer. You can see the daylight when you come through here, or the scenery through the daylight. So someone asked what's the rarest locomotive I've seen. So it kind of depends where I've seen it. But in Alberta, there was a really cool, I don't even remember what kind of locomotive it was, but it was offline, which means it wasn't turned on, it wasn't powered on, wasn't a DPU, but it was positioned as a DPU. And I honestly don't remember what railroad it was, but it was like a yellow switcher, and it was very small, and it was on a grain train heading to Camrose on the CN Camrose subdivision in Edmonton, Alberta. And that was a really cool catch. I remember I lived trackside, like my house viewed the train tracks, and I remember seeing it go by, and I thought, what the heck is that? Is that like a yellow boxcar or something? And then I looked closer, and it was an old locomotive, and it was actually heading, it was offline, not powered, and it was heading towards Calgary, I believe, or somewhere else. It had like a piece of paper on it. I think it was being shipped somewhere. Someone bought it. So that was really cool to see. And I never expected to see that in the middle of a train because you almost think it's being used as a DPU, distributed power unit, but it wasn't. So that was pretty cool. Other than that, just unique foreign power out here. Seen a lot of Union Pacific, CSX. I don't think I've seen very much Norfolk Southern. Seen a lot of BNSF, like the H1 livery, and that's really cool. Yeah, you never know what you'll catch here, but most of the time it's just CPKC or CN, or maybe some X City Rails, which CN owns. And those City Rails, they haven't painted them yet for some reason. I'm not sure why, but they look good. They have the yellow stripes in the front with the gray and blue. And Sean asks if I have seen any Heritage Unit trains. Of course I have. Not today, but I've seen almost all of them. I think my favorite is the CN GT 8952 SD70M-2. That one's a really nice Heritage unit to see. Along with the EG&J, I think. I'm not sure, but it's the orange one with the green font. That one looks really nice. That's cool to see that Heritage unit. Veteran units, I've seen lots of them. Not recently. It's been a while since I've seen a veteran unit. The sky is still looking pretty cool. Yeah, it's beautiful out here. But it's been about 28-30 minutes since the last train went by. Yeah, the J. I think it's called the J, not EG and J, whatever the heck I'm saying. The J. Pretty sure that's what it is. Yeah. I'm gonna switch the camera on. Let's look this way. So the sun is pretty nice right now. A little bit overcast. But I like shooting trains when they come around these S curves, because you can kind of snake around. Looks like a snake. Very quiet out here. We just got to be patient and wait for the trains. If anyone has any questions, go ahead and ask. I'm got lots of time here to answer them. And I remember hearing something on the scanner about something coming, but maybe it was something else. Maybe a maintenance of way. Hopefully not. Hopefully the live stream is turning out all right. The quality might not be the best, but I have decent service here. ECP braking systems. What exactly is that? I don't believe they have that because they're using DPUs. CP coal trains are normally 626 axles. Could be 621, 630, but most are 626. And they run one in the front, DPU in the middle, DPU in the back for the coal trains. I feel like I hear a train coming, but sometimes you can always mistake it for a truck on the highway. The tire sound of a truck, it almost sounds like the dynamic brakes of a train coming through here. I'm pretty sure this is an... Yeah, it is a truck. I can hear it right now. Truck went by. You know what, guys? I'm wrong. A train's coming. So get ready. Let's watch. The train's coming. Let's hope this is not a CP coal train, because they're cool trains to see, but all in all, it's better to see something else. Okay, let me get set up here, guys. I'm going to set you up on the tripod here. Hopefully it doesn't fall. The train is en route. Hopefully you can see. I know it's angled down a bit. Here, let's see if I'm going to try something. I'm going to angle the tripod down. Give you guys a better shot. See, it's still not the greatest. Hang on here. Let me get the camera ready here, and then I'll just hold it. I'll hold it for you guys. All right. Let's see here. Just setting up the tripod. Here comes the train. Okay. Gonna start recording. 3, 2, 1. that was a good train, guys. Wasn't a CP coal train. It was a mixed freight. I like those. I really like the box cars and the gondolas and the tankers. That's a good catch. So I was thinking about moving spots here. Why don't we go for a walk? Take you guys for a little hike. Because I've already caught 3 trains here. And it's time to change up the scenery. So let's go. I know it may look shaky when I'm recording, but I'm dealing with 2 cameras here, so I'm trying my best to keep the video smooth and going for you guys, but at the same time I'm trying to capture some videos for my channel, so it is a little shaky at times. Cool. So if you've seen on the live camera that one, is there anything else behind that one coming? It's funny, I haven't even tied up my shoes yet. So this is where we were standing on a slope for a while. I'm gonna head down here. Yes, cabooses could be used in yards. That makes sense. The ladder on a train car isn't the safest. This is a cool shot if you were to be down here. A lot of cool angles. See my shadow. So I think they're going to be replacing some rail here. You can see looks like a new rail. The continuous welded rail must have came through. Oh, there's a CN westbound. Can you hear it, guys? The CN grain train. Nothing special on there, just some GEVOs. But it's coming. So that would be train 4, but I'm not going to record that one. We're going to hike over here, try to get a different angle for you guys. And someone said the audio was muted, or they couldn't hear. Can you guys hear me? Say yes in the comments. I want to make sure I'm not just talking by myself. Okay. Go over there and catch it. The CN grain train is the best train. Okay, well then you guys gotta wait a sec. I'm gonna put the camera down. I gotta set up my camera here. Hang on. Okay, let's keep going. That was for you, whoever said that. Give you a little quick video. Add it to the videos that'll be posted from this location. Let's go over here. It's one of those G3 grain trains, all the same cars. A lot of people don't like those ones. They like seeing a variety because they used to have the Alberta cars, the Visit Alberta ones, or ALBX, whatever they're called, and Canada red hoppers, or grain hoppers. But now they're very, very bland, and a lot of people don't like graffiti. I personally like graffiti on train cars because it adds a little bit of color to it. When it's all just the same color, it's not as flashy. But I know a lot of people will disagree with me. They'll say that the clean, perfect ones with no graffiti are the best. So each to their own. I'm gonna take a video here, guys, with this dead tree in the tunnel. So give me 1 sec here. I'm gonna set you down again. All right, that was cool. It's a big train. Let's keep going. Thank you everybody for being in this live stream. Got 40 people. I greatly appreciate everybody being here. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, subscribe. I post train videos every weekend. And we're gonna head over here to a different angle. Hopefully another eastbound shows up. We're at 3 trains so far. I'm doing a live stream. I'm doing a live stream. Sorry for yelling at you guys. The wife thinks that I'm talking to myself. She thinks I'm a lunatic here. I love trains. I'm not crazy, guys. Maybe you guys are, but I'm not. Back in my day, we used to have steam trains. Now we got electric trains from Elon Musk. They're called the Cybertrain. You guys, the young rail fans, you're gonna have to deal with that one day. At least for us older ones. We still got some good EMD, some good stuff. It's not really EMD anymore. Well, they're still running, but it's now Progress Rail. It used to be Caterpillar, but now it's Progress Rail. Just like the train horns. If you know your train horns, Robert Swanson, he died in 1994. And that's the year I was born. I got a big collection of train horns. I got a K5 LLA. I got a Leslie RS5T. I got 3 K3Ls, K3H. I have K5H. So I have 3 K5Hs. I have a J3 snowplow whistle. I collect train horns. So Robert Swanson, he was the one that created Nathan air chime, but it was actually Holden for a while, or Burnett power saws, the older ones. And now Micro Precision bought out Nathan air chime. So if you guys know your train horns, GEVOs or GE units, they usually have a K5HL, and the newer ones are micro precision, the horns. Older stuff is Nathan air chime. So there's lots of history in horns, but nowadays they're not as nice sounding. They're just a bunch of noise. But Robert Swanson, when he created the K5H, he was trying to create a train horn that sounded like a steam whistle. And if you listen to a K5L or K5H, that's the Canadian tuned, because the American tuned is a K5HA or a K5LA. And a lot of you guys might hear, you like K5LAs on, oi, tudo bem. Someone's speaking Portuguese here, or someone's from Brazil. And I can actually speak Portuguese. No, I can't speak right now. I can't even speak Portuguese right now. I'm trying, but I'm under pressure here. Thought I heard a train. But muito bom in Portuguese means very good. Muito bom. Or oi, tudo bem, like hi, how are you? Oi is hi. I'm getting nervous because I hear a train coming. I'm not set up. It sounds like an EMD, so I better hurry my ass up. Oh, here it comes. Hang on, guys. I'll set you up in a sec. Always not set up for the good trains. Always. Always. That's why it works that way. Okay, I'm set up. I had to run for my life. Here we go. That was awesome, you guys. That was a really good train to catch. It had a brand new repaint, rebuild, or Tier 4, and then we had the ST70 ACU. And good DPU as well. The only stressful part was I wasn't ready for that train. We were too busy talking about things, and I walked from over there. And when I took the video, I was so focused on keeping the live stream going, and I made such a crooked video of that train. Isn't that the worst when you make your camera sitting like sideways and it's like the best train of the day? So yeah, that was funny, but you know what, it'll work. Gotta stay positive. So didn't hear that one coming. I heard the AMD and I started hearing the rails hissing, and I thought, uh-oh, too busy talking with you guys are distracting me. So hang on here. Okay, scanner is on. Yep. Okay, let's go. Let's continue walking. Let's go over here. Change the scenery up a bit. I don't even know if my phone has enough battery to continue on here. I'm doing 1 hour live stream. So if it just stops, then you guys will know why. Continue walking here. Anywhere along here is a nice shot. You got the dead trees, or the burnt down trees. You got that really nice mountain backdrop and the curve here. But I think if we go further, the tracks will straighten out. I kind of want to go over there where the kind of on that hump, so we can get a higher up shot looking down at the train. Yeah, all these trees were burnt down. If anyone's wondering that just joined the live stream, they burnt down back in 2021, I believe. There was a big fire. Burnt down the whole town of Linton. All the houses were burnt down. Thankfully now they've replaced most, or not replaced, the insurance is paid for replacing the houses. So people are back there living again. But that was sure a sad event when the town burnt down. And if you can believe it, they blamed it on a train car. They said a train that went through there caused a spark. Hang on a sec. Someone called me there. Sorry, guys. So a train car was on fire. That's what I heard. It was already on fire before it entered the town. But yeah, let's switch the camera here. You can see the devastation it caused. It actually went a long ways, and they've cut down a lot of the trees for safety, even though no one goes out here except for me and any other rail fans. And yeah, so they blame it on CP or CN, I'm not sure. And during this time, or sorry, CN runs right through the town. I forgot. So it was CN. It wasn't on the CP line. It was CN. And oh, this is a tough walk. What was I saying? Once someone has a video, even if you looked it up, you'd find it probably. But it's a video of the train car on fire, and it's sitting right near Boston Bar. And someone on the other side, like the North Bend side, on that service road towards Nahatlatch, someone got a video of it on fire sitting on the bridge there when the train was stopped there to switch crews. So a lot of people blame the railroad for causing the fire, and I'm not really sure if that really happened, but it was a very dry, hot summer, and it was very bad. I'm telling you now, it burnt down lots of trees. So this is the view I was thinking about. I don't know if they're replacing the trees, but they'll probably grow back on their own. So we'll stay up here for a bit. This is a nice shot. Got the mountain with some snow on it. And a seat I can sit on. Okay, we made it. So we're trying out a few different spots here today. Yeah, okay. I better set up this tripod before a train sneaks up, because you know how that works. I'm just glad it wasn't an EMD leading, because if it was, I would have been kind of upset about the angle I got. But no, it was, of course it was a new repaint, but that's all right. I'm out here all day, so we're gonna get more. Just like I was telling you guys, I need a little tripod mount to connect here and bend it up to put the phone. That way I can make my live streams a lot easier in the future here. I'll have to do that. Don't think I've done a live stream for 2 years. I don't think I did one last year. But yeah, this is the great spot here. I'm gonna just, hopefully the live stream doesn't stop. I'm gonna just check my battery. So I'm gonna go a little wonky here for a second. Lots of battery. And we're gonna continue. I'm gonna set you guys down for a moment, and then I'm gonna set up my camera. Let's see. Put you guys over here for a second. You guys can count how many twigs there are on the ground while I do this. Right. We're set up. So we'll take a few shots here. That was nice to catch. We've been catching a lot of good trains. There was that mixed freight and then the double stack. And it looks really good in the sunlight with all the colors. I know there's a coal train coming eventually, but we've already caught, I think, 3 eastbounds on the live stream and 1 westbound, which is pretty good. And you never know what's next. There's a lot of trains that hide in the forest, and when I was driving here I didn't see them. Definitely didn't see any of these ones. I thought we were just going to catch the grain train that I saw, and then there was a coal train and something else, but that was nice to catch those ones. Okay guys, gotta wait 1 sec. I got another phone call coming here. Just give me 1 moment. Back. I do have to believe it, but the battery pack that I have is not with me and it's not charged. So in the future, for sure I'll do that, but I didn't bring it today. But we're gonna go until the battery dies. That's the plan. And we got more than half battery here, so we should be able to do another hour. So that's pretty good. And hello. Greetings from Canada. You are in Italy. That's pretty far. I bet you it's beautiful there. Italy. I've seen Italy in a lot of movies. Looks like a beautiful place. You guys got good food, Italian food. I sure like pasta. It's really good. And yeah, bread, of course. In Italy, I think bread is pretty popular. It's wheat, gluten, delicious. There's a lot of people that can't eat bread or gluten or wheat. They're on a gluten-free diet. That's tricky. You can find lots of good gluten-free options, but gluten, yeah, eating gluten is addictive, you know. Okay, we're a little off topic. We're talking about food here. You guys are making me hungry now. Come on. I don't have any food. So let's have a vote. Everyone in the chat, would you like to stay here? Or do you want to go up further to that corner? The corner kind of views that nice backdrop and a curve. So you guys want to stay here? Or do you want to go further back? Tell me. And you guys can choose where we're going. I'll try to keep count of what you guys choose. So stay here or go further. That's what you guys have to reply. Corner, so that's 1. Someone said corner. So let's go, guys. What are we choosing? So far, further. So the further is the corner, so that's 2. Stay, that's 1. So 1 versus 2. Got another train coming. Woo! Okay, this time I'm set up. See, you guys almost made me go to the corner and miss another train. Are you guys trying to set me up or what? All right, let's get this camera going here. 1 sec. Get a shot here. Oh, here comes the coal train. Well, that's good. How about after the corner, or after the coal train, let's go to the corner. Okay. Let's make sure we're not crooked here. All right, that should be all right. Zoom in a bit. I like that shot. Stick with that. Okay. Hitting forward now. DPU, all right. Forget that YouTube channel, the guy that says that, but I know he's very popular. And everyone's copied him ever since he said that. So, a lot of you guys voted for the corner, so I believe we're gonna walk over there. But I must tie my boots first. So, give me a sec. Because I've been going all day with untied hiking boots. And it's been challenging. Hang on, I'm just trying. Doing everything one-handed is pretty challenging. We're gonna go like that. I'm gonna tie my shoes or my boots. Oh, I can hear a rock sliding down on the other side. If you guys want to hit super thanks or super like to make some donations, go ahead. If you're rich, because the more donations I get, the more I will record. Right. I'm, of course, going to record if someone donates, but it helps buy some hiking boots, a tripod for the live streams. It can help a lot. Gas to get out here. And it's amazing how many weeds get inside your boots when you're hiking. These are pokey ones. All right, get this on. This is gonna help get there a lot quicker. Because I think there's a stack train behind the coal train, and it shouldn't be far off. So guys, I believe there's one more coming. And yeah, we're gonna start heading over there. Okay, here we go. Did I forget anything behind? Nope. Yeah, that's a lot easier hiking with tied up boots. I was going that whole time before with untied boots, and it's a little challenging. So we're gonna head over to this corner you guys voted. I've been here for a lot of my videos. It's a very cool spot. Get a nice S-curve and a nice backdrop. It's like a little animal trail here. You can tell there's been animals walking here. Probably some mountain sheep. That's about the most common animal you'll see out here, or an elk or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, it's a beautiful day. I think right now here near Linton, British Columbia, it's probably +6 by now. I'm sweating. It's actually a really nice day for February. This has been a very mild year, mild winter. Only had one snowfall here so far. And yeah, usually it's a lot colder, but this year has been really good. We got 42 people in the live stream. Welcome everybody that's new. I appreciate you guys following along for the adventure. This is always fun if you're watching. Whoa, that was challenging. Almost biffed. Crunch. Almost there, halfway. Working our way there. Whoa! That could have been bad. Hello, how are you guys today? Thank you for joining the live stream. If you're wondering what we're doing today, we're catching trains. Hi. A lot of people saying hi. 45 people here. Ooh, let's keep this going, guys. This is fun. I don't feel alone. Usually when I'm out here, it's very lonely. You guys want to hear some scary stuff? So I've been out rail fanning before, and I feel like I'm the only one there. And next thing you know, there's some guy just walking by, doesn't even see me, just walking by, like almost looked homeless, but I don't think so. He's like a traveler or somebody that maybe train hops. But I've seen lots of people just walk right past me, and they don't even notice I'm there. Got a lot of guys that do fishing here, but it wasn't a fishing man. Look at this tree. This is pretty burnt down. Guess what, guys? We have another train coming. I just heard a train horn. So now we better hurry up, because I got to get to that corner, and I hear a train horn. So this is a lot of trains. It's a very busy morning. Like I told you guys earlier in the live stream, this is one of the busiest sections in the morning, because a lot of the night traffic ends up coming through here in the morning. So you get more trains in the morning here. Kind of dies down in the afternoon and then picks up in the evening again. But we're kind of in a bad spot here for a train to be coming right now. Gotta hurry up and get over there. $47 people in the live stream. Thank you everybody for joining. Whoa. Almost wiped out. Okay, we're almost there. Oh, good Lord. All right. Whew. We're almost there. We just got to get up on this hump here, and then we'll set up. I might not make it to the corner yet for this one, but I'm going to try. Oh wow, I appreciate your donation. Thank you so much. Thank you, Michael. Oh man. So that's awesome. We got some money showing up here in the live stream. You're the first person to do that. So I appreciate you. Appreciate your work. Thank you so much. Anything counts. I know you guys can hear me huffing and puffing, but I think I'm a little out of shape right now. And I'm nervous because the train's coming. Whew. Okay, almost there. Here's the corner. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna set up here. So in this live stream, we have gone from all the way over there, all the way to here, and now to here. So we're making some good distance. Oh yeah. A little windier here. Set up the tripod. Okay. A little crooked. That's better. I don't hear it coming yet. this set up. Sometimes they're silent but deadly. Okay, looks pretty level. I'm trying my best to do this one-handed. Not the easiest thing I've done, but I can do it. Okay. Looks a little crooked, what do you guys say? Maybe lean it down a bit more. Okay. 50 people in the live stream. Hello, everybody. We are live streaming here close to Linton, British Columbia. We are on the CP Thompson subdivision, CPKC, Canadian Pacific, Kansas City. And we are waiting for a train. It's about to show up in probably 5 minutes, if not less. I hear it, so let's make sure the shot is set up here. Lower the contrast a little bit. Okay, I hear it. It's almost here. That's a pretty good shot. Maybe lean it down a bit this way. I hear the rails hissing. Here she comes. Recording in 3, 2, 1. So another dirty coal train. That's a second coal train in a row. But at least they all come now, because then later on, there's less of a chance for more to show up. Burnt toast, yeah. A lot of people think AC 4400 CWs are toasters. That's the nickname for them. My father-in-law says that there's gold in coal. So you guys think that's true? Maybe that's why they ship so much of it. And it's funny how Canada, since Justin Trudeau became Prime Minister, which a lot of you guys don't like, he's no longer the Prime Minister, but Justin Trudeau, he made it not allowed to burn coal in Canada for power. So Canada used to run coal for power, but not anymore. Now you have cyber trucks and ugly trucks like that. So it all gets shipped to China or the US where they're allowed to use it. Isn't that weird? So we supply it and they buy it. So that coal train was empty, heading east here towards Sparwood probably. And those coal trains, they go to Sparwood. I think the CN coal trains go towards Hinton in Alberta. And yeah, they haul coal to other countries because we don't use coal for power. So I'm thinking about moving a little bit further over there, or maybe I should just stay here. Got a good angle here. And if the westbounds show up, you can see them right here. So it's a cool spot. Okay, what's next on the lineup? That I don't know. That's the exciting part of waiting for trains. So I think there's a CN stack train I know that was behind one of these coal trains. But I'm not sure, to be honest. There could be more trains parked at North Bend that are going first. But yeah, the coal trains are over with now. That's good. Got them over with. 2 of them went by at the same time. That's all good. And now hopefully a CN stack shows up, maybe a CN grain train. Because I know in the morning there's usually a grain train. There's usually a CP 200, which is a mixed freight. There's an 834, which is the CN grain train. And yeah, I'll just be patient and wait and see what shows up. And like I said before, got a lot of people here in the live stream. If you want to donate some money, that'd be awesome. I'd appreciate that. And if not, that's all good. If you want to hit subscribe, hit like, hit the bell notification so you can get my notifications. I post every Saturday and Sunday. Today I posted a cool video. If you guys want to check it out after the live stream, I posted a video of CPKC double stack trains going over Cisco Bridge. Cisco Bridge is a very special, unique spot. That's where the trains cross over different directions of the river. And yeah, if you want to check that out, I also have a video I posted Saturday, and that video is an SD70i, which is leading CN 5612, and I chased it from around Saddle Rock on the CP Cascade sub all the way to Cisco Bridges on the CP Thompson subdivision. Someone is asking if this is near Kamloops. We are about 2 hours from Kamloops, I think. So we're kind of right in the middle between Kamloops and Hope. Maybe not quite, but Kamloops isn't too far. Kamloops is this direction, east. And these trains are heading to Kamloops. But for the trains, it'll probably take 4 more hours, 5 hours to get there. And it's been a busy morning. We got already 5 or 6 trains so far. I think we got 5 in the live stream. I think we got a grain train to begin with, the double stack, the mixed freight, and then the 2 coal trains, and then we got the stack train. So it might be more than 5. But right now we're gonna just patiently wait. Hopefully more trains show up. Any westbounds, someone is asking. So far there's only been 1 westbound, if you can believe it. It's been all eastbounds this morning. And like I mentioned earlier in the live stream, eastbound traffic on this line is busier at this time, at this location, because they run overnight, leaving Vancouver. It's a lot busier overnight because there's less maintenance away. And then by the time you're this far out, it's busier because they all show up here in the daylight. But if you're closer to Vancouver, they're usually at night. So that's why it's busier here this morning. It's normally like that. It's a beautiful day. The sun is shining. It's gonna be +8 today. It's currently about +5. Yeah, beautiful day. Yeah, normally out here it doesn't rain as much. Vancouver, it rains a lot more. It's kind of like the desert out here if you think about it. A lot of people call it that. It's more dry. But it can rain here and it can snow. But this time of year, it's usually like this. It's definitely a beautiful day. Actually, I think yesterday it was raining here. So it's good. Keeps the ground wet because fires can easily start. I know they say this year is going to be a very hot year and not much rain. So you don't want to have more of the forest burn down, or the trees. Because as you can see here, I've been mentioning in the live stream, there was a big fire here back in 2021. This all burnt down. There's a lot of trees you can see survived, but it was a big fire devastation here in close to Linton, British Columbia. Well, I don't know if we should head further, head to a different spot. It seems like every time that you move, that's when a train shows up. Every time. Doesn't matter what's going on. And it's usually the best train, because these 2 trains that I was set up and ready for were coal trains. So I don't know how that ends up working out. A lot of you may like coal trains, but if they put better power on them and they weren't so dirty, that'd be all right. So Sean says I should move. So, I wouldn't go too far, but I would go somewhere right around over here. It's pretty quiet out here now, but not bad. We've been doing a live stream for 1 hour and 40 minutes, and we caught 5 or 6 trains. So that's pretty good. It's actually really busy. There's sometimes I'll be out here for 3 or 4 hours and I don't see a single thing. Yeah, a westbound on this line would be cool if there was a reroute. Yeah, this spot's nice. Definitely a good spot. Good spot to hang out and wait. Be cool to see a CN westbound over there. A couple dead trees in the way, which make a cool, unique shot. The sun's at a good angle this morning. I chose this spot because of the sun. There's a few other locations if you go to, the sun is not facing the best direction, so your shots are a little backlit. And again, I appreciate Michael. I believe that's your name, Michael. I appreciate your donation. It is greatly appreciated. Yeah, this spot has sun for a while. As you can see here, the sun is right over here. So it's good until at least the sun goes there. But even if you go around this corner a little more, the sun is still at a good angle. So it kind of works for a while here. I'm more like this. If you ever want to know how the sun's facing, you always use your hand, turn. It's all lit up here. So we got good lighting. Aiden alert. Who's Aiden? I'm going to make a quick check to make sure my battery's still good here. Give me a sec. I feel like I hear another train. Eastbound. Let's get the camera set up here. A little bit of an angle here. Could lower it down. A little turn. Okay, we got a train coming, guys. Sound. You can hear the rumbling. If you notice, the scatter has been pretty quiet today. Hasn't really been too talkative. Well, although I do have just the CP channel on. There we go. Okay, we're all set up for the shot. There it is. I'm gonna record now. Enjoy, guys. It's a CN double stack.
CN 30, 372 west. What's Mount 9 north?
Second westbound today, this morning, since 9 a.m. I believe. So there's probably a lot more in front of that one, but just trying to set up here. Thank you everyone for following. It's been a great live stream so far. We're almost at 2 hours. It's been steady around 45 to 50 people in the live stream. Pretty happy about that. Thank you everybody. And let's wait and see if something else shows up. I thought I heard something on this side. A little rail hissing, but it just might have been the other side. I wasn't sure. But I'm pretty sure there's more coming, of course. It's a great day for trains. So I was thinking I could move to a different spot. He's already got a shot here. And this way the train will show up if I start walking. It's a good trick. Good trick to get the trains to show up. Thinking maybe we can go over here. This is one of my favorite angles here. Really good spot. Let's go this way. Try out some different angles. So while we're waiting, let's do something fun. So I was out here last year and I found one of those disc, I forget what they call the sport, but it's like you throw a disc, try to get it in a basket. So I found it out here and I remember I put it over here, so I'm gonna go look for it. I bet you we can find it. This spot looks very familiar to me. Yeah, disc golf, that's what it's called. Thank you guys. So let's see if we can find where I hide it. It was behind one of these trees, I know. Not this one. This looks exactly like where I put it. You never know, someone might have come along here and taken it. But, ow! But let's see if we can find it. It's a blue color. Not there. I know it was on the one side of the tree. Yes, I am. Come sheen rafting. See, there's one of the spots you can toss the disc. So I haven't found it yet, but I bet you'll find it while we're waiting here. This is where you throw your disc, right here. Might be down this way. Let's go look. Insulator hunting. You're talking about like the old power lines along the CP or CN, like the glass, the glass thing or whatever. Yeah, I had a few of those collected, but they just ended up taking a bunch of space. So I don't know what I did with them. Surprised I haven't found this disc. I know we're close. Because I put it somewhere on the backside here. Well, if we don't find it, that's all right. I just thought I was going to show you guys it. Thought I knew where it was. I remember what it kind of looked like, the spot I put it. Let's keep looking. I don't hear any trains coming, so we got some time. I remember it being kind of near that little slope, so I think it's over this way more. It'd be cool if we find it. Getting in my steps for today. I remember it being over there. Let's go see. Someone must have came and grabbed it. I wasn't gonna steal it. It looked cool. I looked it up though. They're very cheap to buy. Hey, there's something we found. Someone probably walking their dog here. Those disc things are like $10 or $15 each. And I looked up the brand and it looked like it wasn't even that good of a brand. A lot of bad reviews on it. I remember it being like right here. I bet you someone grabbed it. Because after I placed it there, I remember walking up this way. Weird. Let's go look at this last one. I feel like I'm walking in circles. I think I already came here. I don't see it. Well, someone took it, I guess. Because it was one of these trees here. I know I put it. I think I've looked behind every tree now. So someone's probably playing with it, enjoying it. That's okay. Someone lost it, so no one knows they took it. Yeah, it's like, you know those movies where people just walk in circles through the forest and then they feel like they feel lost. They think they're getting somewhere, but they're not. That's how it feels for me right now. Walking around. Well, I don't see it. Oh, that's all right. I tried. Maybe I'll find it later. Oh, that's funny. You were just talking about that, and there's one. A little broken. So it's funny how you literally just mentioned this and I find one. So that's neat. Pretty heavy. And it's interesting how it's here for so long without anybody grabbing it. So there's no power line here anymore. Yeah, what are the chances? Well, at least on our exploring, we found something. And that was a cool one. It wasn't like glass, it was painted. Looked like ceramic, it didn't even look like glass. Let's see what else we can find while we're waiting. You never know. Maybe someone threw that disc and I'll find it. No way! What the heck is that? That is not a disc, but it's a lid of some sorts. I got excited for a sec. I thought I found it. But this would make a good lid for your stove. Hey, put the eggs to boil on there. There's your lid. I wonder if someone brought that with them and tried to use it for disc golf. Wouldn't that be funny? They're like, this will do the trick. Back in the 1970s, it sure worked. So let's see what else we find. Well, here's your can of soup you can boil. This is old. I wonder what was in that one. I have a couple of videos on my YouTube channel. I actually found Molson beer or whatever, and it was like I looked it up, the date of it, and it was like 1970 or 1980 or something like that. There's a lot of cool stuff you can find in the canyon. Definitely old. Let's see what else we can find. So now that I found two interesting things, I feel like I can find something else. So let's look. Oh, here. Another can. Oh yeah, look at that bee nest in there. Pretty old. There's another one. Another old can. They sure make it a long ways out here. You wonder if that was like the railroad, the guys in the trains eating their soup and then they toss it out the window. Can of beans. More. It's a lot of cans. Old ones. Hello everybody. Thank you for joining the live stream. We are watching trains, but we are currently looking for treasures. There's another one over here. This is pretty old, eh? It's a lot of cans. There's even another one up here. There's one more. Yeah, they're everywhere. There's another one right there. Right there. It's interesting. Now we gotta look for my tripod. But I was thinking maybe we should do a shot from up here. What do you guys think? Something from up here? Or should I stay down at that corner? Should have a train coming soon. Oh wow, look at this one. This is old. That's a big one. It's like a pail. A lot of old stuff here. Oh wow, there's a big hole there you could fall into. Speaking of holes, I found another one. Okay, let's head to the tripod. Some kind of pipe. Well, let's get set up in case the train shows up. Kind of lost my train of thought here. Just getting excited to find some treasures. Found a cool few things. But this is where we left off, the old pan lid. I think I'd like to take a shot from over here. This looks nice. A big beer can. Ooh, beer. Don't even get me started. So, do you guys think this is a good spot? Or should we go up there kind of looking down? What do you think? Up there looking down. Okay, Sean, you are the winner. So let's go up there and look down, because then we can at least see that side too. Oh, I heard the scanner.
Your remote key. Line switch with the north track there.
CN channel. That was a CN of some sorts. He keeps talking RTC.
Yeah, that was you know 303's drop there, so directly get up.
Talking about 303. I think we've seen that one. Oh. There's one of those old power lines there. So I'm sure there's lots of those things around here. I'm just surprised I found it on this side, because I think that's where it was originally. Okay, let's go up. Up, up, up. Go up here. Not a bad shot. Maybe we'll go a little higher. Oh, it's a workout. Thought it was going to be chillier than this, but it's actually really hot out. Another can. Lots of cans. There's one more over there. I like this spot, but I want to go. There's a little bit of brush in the way. Let's try to go this way more. Let's go right to the top. That'd be a nice shot if two trains went by at once. All right, we're at the top. Not bad. The sun's in a good spot for this one. What do you guys think from up here? Yeah, I should be able to see a train meet from here, if it happens. It's very peaceful out here. It is, let me check, 1 sec. It's 12:10. So I've been doing live stream for over 2 hours. Pretty good. Catch a train here and then we'll head back the other way. I can hear rocks sliding down the mountain. It's cool. Yeah, so like I was mentioning before, this line is busiest at early morning. Because as soon as I got here, there was a whole bunch of action going on. And now it kind of slowed down. But you never know, there could be a whole bunch coming. I know there was a CN stack train that was that was back there somewhere, so that could show up soon. So yeah, if you guys have any questions about what's going on here in the live stream, the differences between the Fraser Canyon and the Thompson Canyon, there's really not that many differences. The Thompson Canyon looks more like a desert. The Thompson River, Thompson Canyon, Thompson River. I think that's what you asked with the river difference. Both are very similar. It's all the same. It's just this is more desert scenery out here, and towards the Fraser River, it's more treed in. There's more forest. So this is a lot more deserty look. Yeah, I hear the birds too. They're chirping somewhere there. Somewhere in these trees that survived the fire. Lots of nice trees and forest here. And there's lots of them that didn't quite make it through the blaze. But it'll all grow back in time. But this is one of the driest areas of the canyon. A lot less rain in the summer. And yeah. For filming trains, this spot's definitely the best. Because you get both tracks together, the westbound and the eastbound. And I've been rail fanning, for your question, I've been rail fanning for quite a few years. Since 2012, I think, is my first year. So it's been a good while. No, not a lot of snow. You can see on that mountain further back up there, there's some snow at a higher elevation. Same for that one back there. But other than that, there's usually no snow on this mountain. Unless it snows, then it's going to be covered in snow. But this isn't very high elevation. They're not that high up. And usually through this canyon, it's a lot warmer. If you go through the Coquihalla, there's a lot of snow that happens during the winter, higher elevations. This is a lower elevation, so the weather here is a lot warmer. Yeah, you can hear the highway behind me. There's a lot of trucks going by. The trains are quiet right now. Yeah, foreign power is nice to see. And thank you for watching. I'm glad that you're enjoying the live stream. Yeah, I hear a few rocks sliding down the mountain. Definitely a dangerous section for trains if you see. They have the rock slide sheds and the tunnels. Over here you can see the rock slide shed there across. And they have that because a lot of rocks slide down and it's dangerous for the trains. Yeah, it did really calm down. I don't know if you're talking about how quiet it is here or about the train traffic. The last train we seen was that coal train. That was probably 30 minutes ago, 40 minutes ago. Yeah. Well, we can always walk the other direction to see if it'll get the trains to show up. That tends to happen. Okay. Let's see if this will work. Let's see if moving around will make the train show up. Because in often cases it will. Never know, we might find one of those disc golf things. Walk this way. That would certainly be cool if I could find that frisbee with a disc golf, the disc. But like I said, I think someone took it. So this tree fell on its own. You can see the burn damage. Yeah, I don't see it. I hear a train coming. It's gonna be a westbound. Gotta have a lot of patience here. That's where we were looking for the discs. I didn't see one, but it was down there somewhere when I last left it. Here comes the train. Sounds like one. I definitely hear a train coming. Just gonna get set up here. So we got a westbound here on CN line. And after this train, we're gonna end the live stream. It's been almost 2.5 hours. So here we go. It's a CP, looks like a mixed rate. So just like I'd mentioned, as soon as you move, they show up. So I wasn't really in the best spot for that one, but that was a great way to end the live stream. That was an awesome meet, and that's what I was hoping for when I climbed up here. So thank you, Sean. You recommended coming up here, and we got a cool meet. So that was awesome. I'm glad you were in the live stream. Thank you everyone else that was in the live stream. Please check out my YouTube channel, my videos, and I may make another live stream later on today. Have a great day, guys. Thank you so much.